Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Good morning, Mary, and thank you for joining me. Today, I am really excited about what I'm going to show you. It's kind of for using Sketch Basics, and it's a great way for beginning card makers to I'm laughing because I can see my cat in the background on the desk. So she often joins me when I'm stamping. But it's a great way using card sketches for beginners to be able to get ideas. I think we all have some times when we have trouble thinking of ideas. At least I know I do. And when I do, I turn to the sketches to use. And they're so easy to find. You can look on Pinterest, you can Google it, and you will see hundreds and hundreds of sketches that you can use as they are or adapt and make them your own. So the one today I am going to use is one that I made, but I have to be honest, I kind of generated the idea from looking at a couple others and piecing it together. But it's a really quick way, and I'm going to show you in the end 5 cards that all use that sketch and all look a little bit differently. So, also new to tell you, there are new online exclusives out. It came out today. So head on over to Stampin' Up and take a look at those. There's some really fun ones there. And I'm actually using one of the designer series paper that premiered today in those online exclusives. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy you found me. And if you're here with me on watching live or on the replay, you are my people and you help me grow my channel. And I so appreciate all of you. So let's stop talking and flip this camera down and get started. Okay, so I told you we're going to use a sketch. So I'm going to show you what we're using. This is a card sketch, and this sketch will actually be on my website later today that you can download. Hi, Kathy, and thank you for joining me. So it has the measurements. You can adapt the measurements if you don't like them, but it gives you an idea for card making. And whether you're a beginner or you've been stamping for years, I've been stamping for 35 years, I still use sketches to generate ideas. So we're going to move this off to the side and get started. Before we do that, you can see that I have the card size is 4¼ by 5½. It does not matter if you have your card base 8½ by 5½ scored at 4¼ or if it's 4¼ by 11 scored at 5½. Whatever you want to do. And I'm going to show you from those other 5 cards today, when we're done, that I've used both so that you very adaptable. So let's move this off to the side. And I'm kind of going to leave it here so you can see it. But I'm starting off with a piece of crushed curry. And the reason being, I told you I was using Meandering Meadows, the new designer series paper that premiered today. And I chose to use this piece or a piece of it. But look at these gorgeous papers. And I don't even know that I have all the designs here. They almost look watercolored or oil painted, a lot of sceneries. And you're going to see another card where I used another one of these designer series papers. So just gorgeous. And if you flip them over, you may have some other scenes on the background, but mostly they're almost like watercolor or brushstroke paintings. So really beautiful. So we're going to go ahead, and this is a 5½ by 8½ scored at 4¼ and I will have a PDF with all the measurements and supplies for you for this particular card. But remember, this is all about using what you have and generating ideas. So the next layer on our sketch is a 4 by 5¼ Now, I chose to emboss it. I used the Distress Tile embossing folder. You can leave it plain. do whatever you like. Again, it's just to generate ideas. You may choose to use a piece of designer series paper as that layer. Now, for all of mine, I did use a basic white embossed layer. But just let your imagination go and just use that sketch to generate whatever you may be wanting to use. Okay, my next layer is a 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I went back to my crushed curry, and this time I embossed it with one of the basics 3D embossing folder, the one that looks like hashtags. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this. Now, I'm going to put it just like it is in the sketch. Let's bring that over for you so you can see it. But you're going to see on some of the other cards, I flipped it around. All right. Now, for our focal point, I chose to use a 2 3/4 inch piece of lemon lolly. And here's a 2 1/2 inch square of that designer series paper. Now, 2 ways you can do this. You could just adhere this to the front of the card, or you can pop it up. I'm going to show you both ways. When I show you some of the other cards, I did pop this up. I love using sketches because it gives me lots of different ways to come up with card ideas. And one of the other ways, if you're thinking, especially for beginners, if you're looking for ideas, use your catalog and case something. So I'm going to put this right about here. For our inside, I kept it really simple. I am, and you guys know, I do like easy cards. I like simple. Every now and then I'll move it up, but I do like to be able to make some really pretty cards easily. And it's just all about what you enjoy doing. I'm going to adhere this. This is another strip of that matching designer series paper, adhered to a strip of crushed curry. And if you watch me, you know I do this a lot. I think it's a really nice way to bring that, coordinate your inside and outside of your card and just carry that design through. I'm just going to give that a tap to make sure the ends are even. Now, I'm not going to stamp any greetings, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. I made a bunch of these cards using this sketch. And once I got started, I had so many ideas, I just kept going. And I thought, what a great way to use a sketch, and an easy one at that. Make several cards, and I used some scrap papers to do that. And then just have them on hand to use when you need a card. And then you can stamp, add a sentiment to the outside, or stamp a greeting on the inside for when you're ready to send it. So look at this. Here I had this because I was working on sympathy cards for our card ministry at church, and this was an extra. But to be able to come along afterwards and just add your greeting, whether it's a happy birthday, a get well, I'm thinking of you, and then send it off. So I did not add greetings to any of them, but look how quick and easy that is using that sketch. Now here's another one. I used the same designer series paper, same orientation, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, but did it in landscape. And I just turned used it the same as I would my sketch, and just moved this over to the side. But again, same basic card. There's another one using a different designer series paper from the Meandering Meadow. Let me pop that over here. Now here's one where I stamped. This is Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and I used the inked and tiled stamp set. And look at that. You can stamp instead of using your designer series paper. And here's another one. I used the new, the critter one. The name escapes me. And here I use the Bright and Beautiful designer series paper that came with the balloons earlier this year when our new annual catalog came out. And I just stuck the little bunny on there. So one card idea that you can use for so many different ways. Like I said, I made a bunch of these and I'm going to leave them till I'm ready to send them and add my greetings. So let me bring you back to me. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a quick one, but I know we all like quick and easy cards. I love to use sketches and I wanted to share that with you. And we're going to do some more of that in the future. If you liked today's video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified when I post a new video or go live. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be honored to have the opportunity to earn your business. So I will be back with you on Friday at 11 a.m. I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, well, and I'll see you soon.